All right, thank you.
Puta.
Yeah, the soundboard is good. Hey, what's up? Saying what's up to John in the comments. Bruce, hello. So the usuals. D Prime, what's up?
John, condolences, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, condolences, John.
Bruce, to answer your question, yes. I am coming to Manila next month.
Yun, Nate live in Manila. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, kasi tinatanong ni Bruce if I'm heading to Manila for DexCon. Yes, kasi malapit na rin siya sa main yung weekend eh. So, like it's literally a week before WrestleMania. So, Glendale, what's up? Saying hi to Gerard in the comments. Hello, sir. Hey, Julian, what's up? Julian
Uy, si
AI.
Julian AI.
Hey, he said he just got home from a little time together with the girl he likes.
Suti. Tangin na. Suti. Anong word yun? Suti? Yun, Julian. So, ikaw yung suitor, siya yung suti.
Yeah.
You hear yourself right now? Tangin na. Bento ka eh.
But hey, at least he had a good time. So, congrats to
You know
you,
who else
Julian.
had a good time, Emil? School shooters.
Oh
They had a
my
good time in their heads. But the result was not good.
I mean, of course. Ayun, Julian, Glendale is asking if my ticket's gonna for DexCon.
Na-on
I
the spot
mean,
ka tuloy. Back to you, Julian.
You said something, Julian. I remember. So, are we gonna expect you for DexCon?
May time ka man lande, pero
Oo nga.
time para kay lolo mo, ayaw wala ka. No, yeah, huli ka.
Ayun.
Sabi na eh.
Got
Di na kami nadadala sa excitement mo, Julian. Wala na kaming pinaniniwalaan sa mga sinasabi mo.
At this point, it's to see is to believe.
Oo. Mas nagpapakita pa si Chino sa Discord namin kaysa sa'yo.
Say what's up to Lance. What's up, Lance?
2 weeks ba? 2 weeks from Sunday.
Oh my God, it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks from Sunday.
Yeah, from Sunday, yes.
Shit, ano? God damn.
Yeah. Time flies.
please hit my music and yeet.
My name is Colin Cash Money Cannon.
What do we want to talk about?
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
You're still just a kid. Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Because mommy is always on top.
This is Lola Vice. I love you so much.
They love my Latina heat.
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, a.k.a. Austin Creed.
You are CM Punk.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
To say his name.
Say his name and he appears.
Stan C, the voice of Philippine wrestling. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Romoran, the fancy daddy. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Chino Diao, Best Gout Machine, San Sebastian College Recoletos, College of St. Benilde, De La Salle University, International Academy of Film and Television.
Emil Nate, small forward, the Ateneo de Naga University.
And you're listening.
You're listening.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast.
Wrestling Podcast.
On our Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. Yeah.
You're watching and listening to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast.
Hey.
Stan C, Romoran, and Emil Nate checking in for another Thursday live stream. And just like that, ito na yung last Thursday live stream for the month of March. That's 1/4 of the year done.
Oh God, yeah.
No,
Time flies.
Na-hit mo target sa Q1 eh. May race ka na parating eh. No?
Oh yeah, yeah. Always feels good at this time of the year. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kaya kaya laging nadadagdagan yung accolades ni Emil Nate eh. USD earner na nga, kakatanggap pa lang ng race.
Yeah, life is good.
Kaya kayang-kaya na yung Undertaker suite sa
Oh
WrestleMania
no!
42. Oh.
Man, that person
Sabi ni Emil, life is good except for the rest of us. Nagbabayad ng gasolina tsaka diesel. Sorry naman, Emil Nate.
Oh yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there.
Kala ko ba life is good?
I mean, always gotta be on the positive side of things.
Lo. Before we delve into toxic positivity, let's get to some plugs. Starting with the WrestleMania 42 viewing party happening at Skinny Mike's on April 19 and April 20. So that's at 6 a.m. Manila time for Sunday and Monday. Tickets are already available at tinyurl.com/WrestleMania42. Again, that is tinyurl.com/WrestleMania42. You can get your early bird tickets. Pwedeng day 1 lang, pwedeng day 2 lang, pwedeng 2-day pass. The single day entry passes are 500 pesos each. Tapos, if you want the 2-day pass, that's 950 pesos. And then if you're going to walk in on the day itself, provided meron pang seats, it'll be 600 pesos each. And every ticket comes with a free iced tea. So we hope to see you there at the WrestleMania 42 viewing party at Skinny Mike's on April 19 and 20 at 6 a.m. And we know na times are hard, but if you could spend some time with us just to chill out and forget about the world for 4 hours a day for WrestleMania, then we're looking forward to having you.
Actually, I have to give props to people buying the tickets. Like, times are hard, and we don't know how much worse it's going to get in the next 3 weeks. So it's 3 weeks from Sunday. And legit, we don't know how bad it's going to get. Like, for all we know, Emil, kaya niya yung pamasahe mula Naga. Kasi,
oh man, it has increased.
It has increased, but your salary has also increased, which we cannot say the same. So if you are able to buy tickets, I'm actually foreseeing we might not pack the bar this time around, and I think you also should have a reasonable expectation that we might not. But I don't know. Thank you for choosing to come with us, and foreseeing at least minimal risk by buying a ticket for our viewing party. So we hope to see you there, and more importantly, we hope that things don't get worse until then.
Yeah. All right, Emil, Nate, let them know how they can continue to support the podcast by being a sponsor or a patron.
All right, so you could support the podcast in many ways, no, but you can sponsor us. You can sponsor a segment. You can sponsor an episode. If you want me to rant about something, if you want me to shill your product, we're always welcome for that. And you can contact us through hello.wrestlingpodcast@gmail.com for details. And aside from that, you can also help us out by being a patron via the Patreon program. It's at patreon.com/wrestling podcast and ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod. For those $5 every month, you'll get all the goodies. You'll get exclusive access. You'll get the Discord server, everything and anything under the sun. We're always talking about in that Discord server, and it's fun. It's always fun to talk to these guys on a daily basis and to learn new things in life, as they say.
I mean,
you always, again, the day you stop learning is the day you die. That's one of my sayings.
Yes, but in your case, medyo ang late na mga natututunan mo.
Yes, I mean, I grew up without
ibang
the
klase yung
internet.
learning na tinutukoy sa quote na yun.
I grew up without the internet, believe it or not.
Right.
So again, you can support us through our Patreon program and Gang program. Again, the links are patreon.com/wrestling podcast and ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod. Who's those $5?
All right, last bit here. Tell the people about the Converge Netflix bundle.
Yeah, so if you want to watch your weekly WWE programming, WWE PLE's archival WWE footage programming, you could watch it through Netflix now that it's available here in the Philippines. Or if you want to watch TNA, you can also watch it via Blast TV, and all of that is available, and you can experience it at its best with the Converge Netflix bundle. There are 3 tiers to that bundle. There's the plan 1798, plan 1998, and the plan 2298. So the bundle includes the free Netflix account, the free Blast TV account, the free experience box, the new Wi-Fi modem, and of course the high-speed internet. So if you want to subscribe or upgrade your plans, you can email the customer service of Converge, or if there is a local Converge office in your area, you can go there as well, and they are going to take care of you. So again, Converge Netflix bundle is the best way to enjoy your wrestling.
All right. Let's get to some wrestling talk and start with the highlights from Dynamite from a few hours ago. Let's start with Kenny Omega still being an EVP. So he defeated Swerve. He's now the #1 contender for the World Championship. Tapos challenge si MJF about a half hour later to the championship match at Dynasty. Tapos si Kenny di rin siya naligo. Like, inamin niya mabaho siya.
That was crazy. He had 30 minutes and he couldn't take a shower. Interesting. Interesting that they gave up Swerve here, but it also makes sense na rin that they needed a face for Kenny to for MJF to face, diba? Kasi otherwise they would have just cheered Swerve, and that would have ruined the entire heel turn for him. So interesting. I think we are also like settling into medyo nagiging run of the mill na yung stories for AEW, especially now that they're kind of going into this rhythm where there's a PPV a month after it began nung Revolution. So I'm not super hyped for it. I don't know. I guess people are still hyped for Kenny Omega going after the World Championship, but it is what it is. I am not too excited, but I don't know if others are hyped for this as well.
I'm in the same boat as Ro when parang na-surprise ako when Swerve lost. Kasi yun nga he has all the momentum as of the moment, and he just turned heel, but again, the champion is a heel. So parang hindi magtutugma if Swerve, who just turned heel will go up against another hated heel in MJF. So um, I don't see this as a program that's gonna go beyond Dynasty. If I'm gonna be completely honest, I think this is gonna be a one-off where they're gonna have a match and MJF is gonna move on to the next challenger. I just don't see it. I just don't see this being a long-term feud for the championship.
Mm-hmm. Let's say hi to one of our patrons. Ninong Derv is in the comments. Ninong Derv, nakikiramay kami.
Condolences.
He lost his father yesterday, so please give him your condolences. He is going through a tough time at the moment.
Yeah.
Love you, Ninong Derv.
All right. Let's get to the next big program in AEW. Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay are gonna go at it. So Ospreay openly challenged Mox in a backstage promo, and then after the Death Riders defeated Top Flight and Zeta Steel, Mox answered. So totoo nga sinabi mo Ro, no, a few weeks ago na Mox is basically a tweener. Like he just adapts based on sino yung kalaban niya, and because Ospreay is such a beloved babyface, Mox has to double down on being heel once again.
Yeah, but also the crowd is also cheering for Moxley. So I think by virtue of just him being him, he's just gonna be the bully in this story. So it's nice. I think people are excited for Ospreay to be back. It's just that I wanted Mox also to continue being face, but again, as I mentioned in my little video that I posted the other day, people are now facing the consequences of their actions. It's not just they're not just in a vacuum anymore. People remember what others have done to them, and now they're doing long-term storytelling all around wherever you turn.
Yeah, it was parang pretty natural that when Ospreay came back, he went after Moxley. Because the last time we saw Ospreay was when the Death Riders took him out. So it was just, it was fitting that's going to be his first storyline coming back. And tama si Ro, at this point, Jon Moxley, kahit sino man yung kalaban niya, people respect him on a, people, but he gained the people's respect after his run last year. And there's always going to be a section of the crowd who's going to cheer him, but nonetheless, it still doesn't affect his character work. Especially with this program where he needs to be the bad guy, kasi sila yung nang injure kay Will Ospreay. That's why he went out for a long time in kayfabe. So looking forward to see how this program goes. Kasi does Ospreay get some backup? Kasi di ba the Death Riders are they have the strength in numbers. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Although we only have a couple of weeks before Dynasty, so this feud might go beyond Dynasty.
Mm-hmm. Over on the Don Callis family, medyo divide and conquer sila ngayon because you've got Andrade continuing to tease yung dissatisfaction niya with Don Callis. Meanwhile, si Kyle Fletcher cut a promo backstage, and then lumabas si Takeshita, and then they hugged it out and they reaffirmed their bond with one another. Sabi pa ni Takeshita, Proto Shita came first before Proto Kada. So it's like Kyle Fletcher drew a line in the sand and chose his side here.
Yeah, this is weird that I can't tell where this is going. There was a time then where Kyle was going after, was trying to live out yung disappointment niya with Don Callis, and then now he seems kind of sus here, actually. But I guess when you zoom out and look at the big picture, like only one person can, or only two people can only distrust Don Callis at a given time, and you already have Takeshita, and then you kind of have Andrade here. So I think they're repivoting Kyle Fletcher to be back on Don Callis' side again, now that he won the TNT Championship back.
When I watched this segment, I was thinking, man, the moment Fletcher betrays Takeshita, it's gonna be an emotional moment. Yeah, I don't know. They kind of set it up already with how they they went with the segment. Parang okay, there's pretty much setting up here an angle where the group is gonna betray Takeshita.
Oh.
Diba?
Naman eh.
Oh, that was the story all along with him and Okada bickering. Like, a part of me parang always knew na at the end of the day, Callis was gonna side with Okada. So, ang question na lang dito is when are they gonna pull that trigger?
Mm-hmm. All right. Over on the women's division, we got a match between Mina Shirakawa and Tekla for the AEW Women's World Championship. Tapos nung entrance si Mina, she brought out a bouquet. And you could see that the camera lingered on the bouquet for a little bit as Mina made her entrance. So is she getting even more sus as the weeks go by?
I thought it was like the biggest giveaway because she dropped the bouquet and then they lingered the shot on that bouquet, and then they also cut to yung CCTV footage of Tony getting attacked, and then they also showed the bouquet of flowers beside Tony's body. So kulang na lang sabihin na guys, Mina fucking did it, and I think it's pretty clear naman that Mina did it. I think this was a better pivot. The rumors are saying that Tony is going to be out for a while. We don't know why, and they don't know why, and they didn't prepare for it. But this is a much better pivot to the heel turn, or after the Ronda Rousey thing, that was just a one-time thing. Ginawa lang niya talaga panggago sa WWE and TKO. So I guess good for us, good for them that we're just getting this instead.
I mean, this is wrestling. We have seen so many who attacked who angles in the past, and usually the obvious answer is always the answer. So they're kind of setting it up as Mina being the attacker. So it probably will be Mina Shirakawa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yung bali-balita, parang may ano rin eh, di ba? May put forward din na what if she's pregnant kaya she's out for a while. Like meron nagsabi na it's likely she's not cleared until the end of the year, pero sabi rin nila na parang it's not like she broke or fractured anything. So people try to put two and two together and they're like, "Oh, buntis si Tony."
Yeah. That happened with Naomi, so it's not unlikely. So I for whatever reason I didn't think of that. But okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so whatever it is, I like you guys, I'm hoping for the best for Tony and her actual health in real life, diba? So like if she's pregnant, if she is with child, then I hope she and Juice have a good, healthy pregnancy, diba? If Tony is actually injured, then I hope she heals as best and as quickly as possible, and that she can take as much time as she needs to heal up. Kasi hindi natin alam, kung ano ba talaga yung situation.
Or just have a healthy pregnancy. Yes, if it is a thing, if it is the case.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, let's take an Emil Nate dance break here. When we come back, we'll talk about highlights from Monday Night Raw.
I'm the topic. They told
Let's talk about Monday Night Raw, and we're going to start with the Roman Reigns and CM Punk feud. So, in the latest chapter of the War of Words, Roman Reigns finally snapped. So, sa wakas, sinapak niya si CM Punk, and it was because the Usos got involved. Jimmy and Jey were doing their best smoke and stack, and CM Punk, after getting hit, was laughing it off. Sabi niya, who's the one who actually needs help here? So, parang bumaligtad sila ni Roman from last week. Diba? Si Roman yung nasapak last week, and then si Roman yung tumatawa. So, what do you think of how this week's segment went down?
It's so funny how CM Punk basically rage baited the Usos and Roman Reigns. Kasi for me, halatang nanggagago si CM Punk also at the segment eh. Uh he was trying to mess with that tension between Roman and the Usos, 'di ba? Like Roman was telling the Usos to get the hell out of the ring, and parang ano eh. So there was something there. Like aside from Punk and Roman, there was tension there between Roman and the Usos that I felt were that is something that we need to watch out for in the next few coming weeks. This has become parang the Usos have now become a part of the story instead of just being accessories to the story. So definitely some interesting developments here.
It is really interesting. I think now at this point they're setting up more the Usos and whatever new characters that they have going on, other than instead of Roman, diba? Parang okay, Punk explained why he got pissed or why he got triggered at being called old. Sure, I guess it makes sense. It wasn't quite the explanation I was looking for. But he also was graceful about it. Like he said, "No, okay, I'm old. I accept that I'm old. And who are you to call me old when you're also getting up there in age, diba? Like you're leaving your 30s if he hasn't already. See Roman Reigns, and he's hiding his
Roman
gray
turns
hairs.
40 na ata. Oh.
Yeah, diba? So, okay, sure.
Natawa ko dun sa Just for Men na banat. Parang,
yeah.
like I'm out here letting my gray whiskers come out and you're using Just for Men.
He's only just turning 40, diba? And we're also just, in our mid 30s. So I get why Roman also doesn't want to look old yet, which is, totally fair. I think, the most interesting part really comes from the Usos here. At this point, we don't know their official participation in WrestleMania. At this point, it could be that they are just hanging around the main event match between Punk and Roman. But now they are more interesting than Punk and Roman until, syempre, Roman finally throws the first punch. Diba? And now we have 3 weeks left until WrestleMania. And I guess they're going to ramp up the intensity. Hopefully some property gets destroyed or whatever. But I guess the only way to have made this interesting was to introduce yung character progression of Usos, specifically Jey and a little Jimmy. Now more than ever, they are distinct from one another, but not just because one was the world heavyweight champion and one was the lackey to Roman Reigns, right? You said Smoke and Stack. That was an allusion to what I said in the Discord chat about how it's clear that the Usos have seen Sinners and have decided to internalize yung character distinctions ni Smoke and Stack, that the two twins that Michael B. Jordan played in the movie, right? So that's actually pretty good. It's not a dig. It's not a dig at anything. It's actually good because even though they are like 16 years in the game or so, they're now able to really distinguish themselves from being fraternal twins, right?
Yes.
Yeah, even Punk was trying to take shots at the Usos, diba? Even as kita mo yung visible differences between Jimmy and Jey. People are pointing out, like see Doc G in the comments, na ano to, is Jey turning heel? Is he gonna try to go after the title of being tribal chief? Kasi if you notice, he's actually been more serious since he's been angrier. He hasn't been doing the yeet thing a whole lot in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Which I'm sure people now like. Kasi that's what people have been complaining about the yeet stuff for so long, diba? And once you thought that, they would never turn Jey heel again after the yeeting got so popular, they found a way. And arguably, it's better than John Cena last year.
Oh, yep.
All right. Sticking with Monday Night Raw, how about Oba Femi getting the best of Brock Lesnar yet again? So, hinamon nila Brock and Paul Heyman si Oba Femi, and he came out and he clotheslined Brock out of the ring. On top of that, Brock debuted the FAF5 shirt, which is actually pretty badass. I actually like the FAF5 as a tagline.
Okay.
It's fine. I mean, I immediately
yeah.
got it when I saw the shirt, and okay, yeah, it's nice. Okay, I have a worry.
Explain mo kay babyface producer Jasper, what does it mean?
So the original saying
Fuck
is
around, find
fuck around, find out, diba? So here it's fuck around, get an F5.
Is
diba?
it though?
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Fuck around and find 5 eh.
All right, I have a worry about this one. Kasi I'm afraid that come WrestleMania, Brock is gonna go over. Kasi they are really pushing over strong here in the build-up, diba? This is now the second straight week where he dominated Brock Lesnar, diba? So, and we have seen cases like this before where we thought, oh, Brock is gonna make a new star out of this guy or out of this man. Pero at the end of the
Paul
day,
Heyman, di ba, lahat ng mga nakalaban ni Brock before, like he even mentioned Dean Ambrose and Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman, all of whom are no longer on the roster.
Yun nga, di ba? Like we all thought Brock was in that position to put over new stars, but come PLE time, Brock always go over. So that is my biggest worry about this, and I hope they do right by Obafemi because there's a saying, di ba? Yung first impressions last. So if they fumble this and have Oba lose at Mania, I don't think that's something that he can recover. So this is a crucial moment in his career that WWE needs to capitalize on the momentum, and he's getting all the fanfare now. Diba? Even the little kids are doing the entrance. So he's over. So I hope WWE doesn't fail me come WrestleMania.
Doesn't fail you in particular, Emil.
Kaya naman sa'yo.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a viewer. Like I have my expectations.
Are you gonna crash out if Oba loses?
Oh yes, definitely.
Yun.
I will.
So ikaw yung napakahalagang stakeholder. You hope WWE does not fail you. You in particular.
Pag natalo si Obafemi, dapat ilabas mo si Stephen Nate, ilabas mo yun.
But definitely I will be mad if they don't pull through here with
kasi nga they failed you. You talaga. Ikaw.
I mean us, like the audience who is hoping for a brand new star here being born at the biggest stage of them all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So sige, go.
No, I was just saying I mean, I now don't feel two ways about it, but yes, obviously Emil's right. Obviously they do need to make a new star here. And especially with the racial undertones, I still don't believe that Triple H is racist. But syempre, the optics will look bad, especially if you have Obafemi lose to a white man that called him boy. So that they do need to do right here by a lot of metrics. So I do hope that the rumors are saying that Brock and Paul want WWE creative to have Brock win until he retires, but syempre the final decision at the end is still Triple H, diba? So hopefully that does matter. Hopefully Triple H understands the gravity of the decision he has to make here, diba, regarding Obafemi. So yun lang naman. I hope that he does the right thing and doesn't fail Emil.
Yun nga, nakakaya kay Emil Nate. Sabi niya, if this happens, then they will fail me.
Yes.
In particular. So nakakaya kay Boss Emil Nate. Sticking with Paul Heyman here, he baited Seth Rollins, rage baited him in the middle of the ring, and got him arrested kasi unbeknownst to Seth Rollins, may restraining order pala against him. So what did you guys think about this angle?
Shouldn't you know?
You can't have the person being restrained not know that he's being restrained. Exactly. So that's it was actually pretty news to me that bigla pala may restraining order.
Pwede pala yun.
Yeah, that's not possible. That's why people get served, diba? So that's a strange detail to make about a legal proceeding. Diba? So yeah, I guess it worked, but it's weird lang that they introduced that little bit, that little detail. I think the bigger question is, what does Seth do for WrestleMania now? Like, Heyman was right, diba? No one was left. I guess Austin Theory and Logan Paul were left, but do we really do a handicap match between the three of them? Is Seth gonna pluck a student from the Black and Brave Academy to join him at WrestleMania? Ano ba to? Paano ba niya gagawin to? Diba? Kasi that's the only logical option left, diba? It's really just Logan Paul and Austin Theory. Unless, or he teams with LA Knight. What happens here? What happens here?
Unless one of Braun and Bronson come back for WrestleMania.
Yeah, because I have been seeing reports online where it's saying Braun is closer to returning. So, but 3 weeks na lang eh. So, if he's cleared for Mania, then they should have him come back on TV by now or by next week. So, if kung next week wala pa rin, malabo.
Fail ka naman. They failed you again.
Hindi naman. Ano lang, parang malabo na for either of the Browns to be back by Mania time.
Okay.
What did you think of yung zinger ni Paul Heyman na pag nailigpit na raw si Seth Rollins, half the locker room's gonna marry Becky and then he's gonna adopt their child?
That was a weird take. Half the locker room's gonna marry Becky? What does that even mean?
I don't know.
I think he said half of the locker room get with Becky.
No, he said marry.
Marry ba? Oh.
He said marry.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. All right.
Yeah, hindi ko siya na-absorb in the moment. Like when when I was watching and working, hindi ko rin siya na-absorb and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good rage bait, I guess. I knew that it was gonna get there. It was pretty clear, it was gonna get there. But I mean, I think the bigger question is still lingering in my head.
Kung sino talaga yung makakalaban ni Seth Comini.
Yeah, it's so weird, no? Na a lot of WrestleMania matches are still up in the air, or not necessarily up in the air. I know that there's a plan, but still not announced officially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Parang mas buo pa yung Hall of Fame class in 2026, which, by the way, we forgot to mention. Diba?
Dennis Rodman.
Dennis Rodman,
and
Psycho Sid. Yeah.
Oh man, Dennis Rodman. That's crazy.
People are complaining about Dennis Rodman. Like,
wow.
Why? What is people's problem with Dennis Rodman?
Wala, kasi celebrity siya, diba? And you know,
like every year there's like a celebrity that gets inducted.
Yeah.
Like,
I know, right? And
Rodman,
he wrestled, diba?
Yeah, Rodman did spend time as a member of the NWO.
At least we're not inducting Karl Malone, right?
Oh yeah. Tama. Like, dude, literally
I would induct Rodman over Karl Malone any day of the
week. Dude literally skipped practice in the middle of the finals to appear on Night Show. That is so badass and worthy of being a Hall of Famer.
Really, Emil Nate? Really? Not fulfilling your professional obligations para na mag-wrestling ka? That's badass?
They won the championship, so what can they say now?
Despite that, no. At the moment, if you were Phil Jackson, would you say that was badass?
Well, they kind of explained it in the Last Dance doc. Now they just let Rodman be Rodman.
Kasi it was hindsight, diba?
Yeah, but that was always
the one. Imagine in the moment na hindi mo pa alam kung mananalo kayo, tapos yung player mo nag-awol para mag-wrestling. Hindi ka ba mabubwisit, Emil?
I can see that. Yeah.
You can see that. My God.
I mean, but yeah, syempre in hindsight,
your teammate and player risked his body and injury, significant injury, by the way, by wrestling in a match.
Well, that's the
without
legend
informing
of
your
Rodman.
organization in the middle of the final series.
That's more than just the love of the game clause.
Hey, but that's the legend of Dennis
unprofessionalism. No. Sure, that's the legend of Dennis Rodman, but that's also blatant unprofessionalism.
All right, that can also be true. Yeah.
Psycho Sid, the ruler of the world, in the Hall of Fame. I'm actually surprised na he got in through the legacy wing. Kasi diba, if you guys are familiar with the legacy wing, these are for people who didn't really spend time in WWE or whose wrestling careers predated the WWE. So like, for example, see Mildred Burke, the subject of Queen of the Ring, is a legacy inductee into the Hall of Fame. Along with, like, say Tatsumi Fujinami was also a legacy inductee. So like yung legacy wing is now taking the place of the Warrior Award, and yung nga, it's just kind of odd kasi I mean, not that I'm complaining against Psycho Sid's induction, it's just that he was an actual WWE champion and an actual WWE fixture in the 90s.
Yeah, main evented at WrestleMania.
Siguro, no, I don't know. I actually don't know what the details are here. I don't know what the technicalities are.
I mean, I think
my guess was that maybe dahil wala ka na, pero you know, maraming namang Hall of Fame inductees na wala na, not with us anymore.
Right.
So
yeah, that was actually
I do not know what the conditions are.
Actually, yun din yung una kong naisip when I heard na legacy wing siya. You know, maybe they put him in the legacy wing because he isn't with us anymore. You know, so but
so
still,
many
that's not
posthumous.
how it works.
Yeah, there's so many posthumous.
Yeah, I mean previously, pero baka nagbago na yung ano nila, nagbago na yung criteria nila at this point. So, di natin alam. Yeah.
The sad part lang is that you know, Psycho Sid is no longer with us. He passed away from cancer in 2024. Diba? So, yun nga, sayang lang na he wasn't able to see this through or you know, to see it happen for himself. But yeah, congratulations just the same to the late Psycho Sid Udi, the latest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. Si Doc G sabi niya in the comment section, couple goals daw sina Seth and Becky, mag-asawang ex-con.
From 2019. I remember it.
26 Bonnie and Clyde.
I was trying to think when did Becky get arrested on TV, and then naalala ko nga pala nung build up nung WrestleMania 35. Yeah, that was when.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So speaking of Becky Lynch, kasado na yung match nila ni AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. So, you know, you guys have been calling this for weeks, saying na malamang sa malamang dito rin tayo pupunta, and we're getting it. Intercontinental Championship to be defended at WrestleMania for the first time, and it's two of the most iconic names in women's wrestling from the last 25 years.
This is AJ's first singles Mania match, diba?
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah,
yes, it is. Oh, tama.
Yeah, kasi the first two were when all the divas were in the ring, and then the tag match they had against the Bellas, which was her last one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. 2014 WrestleMania 30, parang she had to defend the championship against the entire division. Tapos 2015 was a tag match.
Yeah. So first one for her. So I'm excited for it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And her first in over a decade. So congrats to her.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Heron, one of our new followers on the Facebook page. Thanks
hi,
for joining
Heron.
us.
Hello.
Hello there.
Right, let's get to NXT and talk about the return of Johnny Wrestling. So there was a gauntlet eliminator, tapos si Johnny Gargano yung last surprise entrant, and apparently hindi siya nagpa-plank sa NXT, but you know, he was clearly not himself, and Candice LeRae had to like drag him out there, and then every time he would get hit, he would like plank again, whether it was on the apron or on the barricade. And then nung final two na, si Shiloh Hill at si Gargano, Shiloh Hill got attacked by Birthright, and Candice LeRae pushed Johnny Gargano, and he literally fell into the win.
I guess ito na yung result nung segment of a segment from SmackDown a few months ago where nakahiga siya dun sa
No. Stan forgot to mention that the win was what energized him again. Diba?
Yun, yeah.
The win was
he
what
really energized though? Kasi medyo wala pa rin siyang gana eh. Like he was just
but he was kasi he was not depressed. He was visibly not depressed. I saw him. He was fired up, looking at looking at Miles Bourne. So, it wasn't him doing the thing because nanalo ako. Kasi if he had still been depressed, he would have still been planking throughout the celebration of the match, diba? Like, I
he
saw
clearly
it.
wasn't like 100% himself.
He wasn't
like
100%,
Johnny
but
again.
but he wasn't lethargic anymore. Like he wasn't catatonic anymore.
Yun, catatonic. There, that's the word. Thank you.
Okay, I have a problem with this one, actually.
No.
No. Like, I'm the biggest, probably one of the biggest Johnny Gargano fans out there. Like, I love the guy. I've been a fan of him since DIY, Black and Gold. But I don't want to see a main roster story ending in NXT. So I hope this is just parang a stopgap to whatever it is he's doing at the moment. I don't want for him to win the title at Stand and Deliver and that's it. His slump is over, because I actually want him to succeed on SmackDown, where more people could see and more people know what is going on with the story. So, feeling ko kasing relegation sa NXT parang, okay, it's WrestleMania season. It's the old reliable Johnny Wrestling. We're gonna get him again. So, ano lang, I as much as I'm happy to see him in NXT, I really want him to like be parang permanent na talaga sa main roster. Hindi na yung babalik-balik siya once in a while sa NXT.
You know, this doesn't mean that he's an NXT superstar. It just means that
I get
he's
it, yeah.
appearing on NXT, which so many other people have done. You know,
but you know, that's how I feel about it.
Oh, I know. I get what you're trying to say. I get that you're saying that you don't want the NXT talent to be overshadowed by who is now a main roster star, diba? But it also makes sense that Candice brought him back because he was Mr. NXT. Diba? He was also Johnny NXT. So that's why that's the entire reason why he was put in the match.
Yeah.
Which is fair. Yeah.
Kumbaga NXT yung trigger, diba, for him to find himself again kasi he was just so down in the dumps during that depressive streak.
Oh, ito na lang gawin mo, Emil. Dalhan mo si Johnny sa SmackDown ng tubig na Michael Jordan, ni Bugs Bunny.
The secret stuff.
Michael's secret stuff. Secret stuff. So ito ba yung effect na ni-scam sila ni Danhausen?
Well, Danhausen is asking for $20 more.
1,000 din yun.
Ikaw na magbayad, Emil.
Afford mo naman eh.
Oh.
Para di na ma-curse si Johnny Wrestling. Wawa na.
Tapos fan ka naman, di ba? Ikaw na magbayad.
Pwede mo sila i-Zelle or Cash App. Okay, we've got the Fatal 4-Way set for the NXT Championship at Stand and Deliver. So it's Ethan Page, Ricky Saints, Tony D'Angelo, and Joe Hendry for the NXT Championship.
This is interesting. Because either of the four men could have a legit case to win this match. You know,
well, yes,
it's wide open. It's more wide open than let's say when Oba Ferry was a champion. So I am interested to see who's gonna actually win this match.
I mean, yeah, right. I mean, sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I am really just interested to see who turns face between Ethan Page and Ricky Saints.
Oh, actually.
Kasi
mukhang mag-aaway sila eh.
I do need them to be a tag team and then they just do their thing. They have some really great chemistry with each other, and I feel like it's the thing that would get Ricky Saints over after the whole bit as, you know, the Rock clone. Diba? So I actually want to see more of that. Like I want to see them bicker and be the odd couple and just do the thing. Just be the male version of Zaruka.
They kind of remind me of
be
Jerry
like Edge
KO.
and Christian.
No, I mean,
sa akin mas Edge and Christian sila eh.
Okay.
No, hindi pa sila Edge and Christian kasi they're Cope and Cage, but they're not Edge and Christian yet.
Yes.
Kasi Cope and Cage now, the dynamic is that they both hate each other, but you know they can't let go of their past. So Ethan Page and Ricky Saints are two assholes who are trying to backstab each other, but end up being buddy buddy in the end.
Yeah, because they also low key need one another.
Oh,
yes.
Speaking of Cope and Cage, Christian stole the show once again just with a throwaway line, which has always been his thing throughout his career. Diba? Sabi niya backstage kanina, na you went after this man, you went after his wife, said all these things about his kids, and what's worse, you spike pile drive me.
Yeah, AEW just uploaded an episode of Up Close with Renee Paquette with Cope and Cage. It's a must see.
Okay, sige. Mapanood again after.
All right. Heron, thanks for commenting na you want to hear yung Tagalog commentary. May clips ako sa Instagram. If you can't afford Netflix and you want to get a taste of it, yun, go check out Instagram.
May kilala rin kami may kilala rin kami na pwede mag-sponsor ng Netflix mo.
Oh, si Emil Nate.
Yaman yan.
Oh, super yaman. Ilang bang converge yung subscription niya, di ba?
Isa lang.
Yung predictions for Stand and Deliver, by the way, we'll get through them next week officially kasi yun yung go home show before or go home week before Stand and Deliver. Yep. Speaking of, let's talk about Zarya and Sol Ruca.
Oh boy.
So they had a promo battle on this week's NXT. And Ro, sinabi mo sa Discord for the patrons na whoever you choose to side with between Zarya and Sol Ruca says more about you than about these two. Why?
Yeah, please explain that.
Okay, Emil. Objectively, there is a bad guy and there is a bad guy and there's a good guy here. Sol Ruca is actually the naive friend between the two of them. And no matter which way you skew it, Zarya was the mature friend between the two of them. That's why the crowd wasn't really feeling what Sol was saying, what Sol was telling them. Diba? Everything that Sol said, I think, was meant to be portrayed as a babyface sentiment. Pero because the crowd was following every step of this friendship from day one to today, they knew that Sol was the bad guy. Sol was the selfish friend. And they can have Zarya act like the whiny heel the whole time. Pero we all saw then that Sol really was putting her career first over the team's opportunities. Diba? Like at this point, I'm not sure if Emil's creative team understands what they wrote here or talagang super muddy shades of gray siya, if you know what I mean. Like, you guys know that Zarya, or that, do you guys know that Sol is a dick here and Zarya is the jaded friend? Or are you like not fully aware that Zarya was just fed up and tired of the selfishness that Sol was exhibiting, diba? And the reason why I say that it says a lot more about you is because if you think that Sol is the good guy here, the good friend, then brother, I don't think you're a good person, man. I don't think you're mature enough to call yourself a good person, diba?
Wow.
No, don't wow me. That's why I asked if the creative team understands what they wrote here. Diba? I parang aware ba kayo na this is not how good friends behave? Like what Sol did is not how good friends behave, right? And are you guys aware that Zarya standing up for herself is also not how bad people behave, So if that is your reading of how the two are in this dynamic, then I don't know, man. You're kind of sketchy here.
Ro, I am glad you finally saw the light. You finally saw what I've been saying all this time. This is no. This is what I've been saying, diba?
I wasn't disagreeing with you. What the hell?
Okay, all right. I'm just glad anyone else other than me said.
No one was disagreeing with you.
Yeah, I know. But remember when I went on my initial rant about this, people were people, parang I kind of got some contradictions here and there. But then again, yun nga, the crowd know the story. They've been following the story since day one. And in that story, it was like, I could see why Zarya is the good guy here. Diba? Kasi she went from this monster Mad Max type character, and this story has successfully humanized the Zarya character to a point where people were starting to root for her. So that's how good the story has been. So tama ka nga, Ro. Medyo iffy pa rin ako na they're still presenting Soul as if she's the baby face in this story. Contrary to Zarya, who they're portraying is the heel. But medyo iniinsulto nila yung intelligence sa mga tao who has been following the story, including me. Like, hey, I've been watching this story since day one. This person was selfish to this person. So why are you telling me to root for Soul than Zarya? No? So I think I compared this one to the Becky Charlotte storyline from years ago. Now, diba, they really tried to paint Charlotte as the babyface, even though she was a scummy friend to Becky Lynch. So it's the same thing that's happening here. They're trying to paint Soul as the good guy here and Zarya as the bad guy. And clearly, by the crowd's reactions, it's backfiring because they know the story. So I'm glad I'm glad that you pointed that out, because that is something that I wish they could still fix.
Well, I'm just
2
gonna
weeks
say
before Stand and Deliver.
I'm just gonna say I'm not entirely sure where they were going with this. Like, I'm not entirely sure whether it was black and white. Yeah, now okay, Soul is the bad guy, or Soul is the good guy, and Zarya is the bad guy. I'm not sure that that's the entire intention. Because for whatever reason, it still could be na, it's still shades of gray. Diba? Like, everyone's a shade of gray now, and then they're more human than cartoon caricatures. Diba? So I just need to know what is the intention, because that is gonna guide how I perceive this story. Diba? Like,
that's fair.
I hope that they understand. I really hope that they understand. Yeah, the Soul wasn't looking like the good guy at all here. Yun lang naman.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I will point out na sobrang nagustuhan ko yung parting shot ni Zarya.
Yeah.
Kasi diba, they were saying na you're the villain in my story. Tapos sabi ni Zarya, no, actually, you're not the villain in my story. You're just a mistake.
That was so good.
Yeah,
Siyempre,
it was good. And ang nagustuhan ko dun is that sabihin natin na diba, you're not convinced that Zarya is the heel. It's even more ammo for that argument. Kasi she just basically said how she felt.
Yes, exactly.
It was, diba, parang neutral siya in terms of like morality, right? So yeah, I do want to see kung ano yung magiging last bit of the story that they'll tell in the Go Home show heading into Stand and Deliver, which is next week. Right. Last bit here for NXT. Who is going to be the number one contender for JC Jane's NXT Women's Championship? So Robert Stone booked a match for next week between Lola Vice and Kendall Gray.
I think they're all in the Kendall Gray train.
Yeah.
I think they're fast tracking that. Kaya nila pinag-vacate ng Evolve Women's Championship because they see a lot of potential in her. I think they have also figured out, Sean has figured out that they have nurtured her properly and they've taught her properly. So might as well reward her for being such a really good NIL signing.
Yeah, push her to the moon. Like, I'm a big Kendall Gray fan. So
you buy your Kendall Gray stocks already?
Yeah, I mean, since last year, since the Iron Survivor match.
Oh, what is it about Kendall Gray?
She's just so good. So damn good. Like,
No. Yeah, that's right. She and Tatum Paxley, they prove na kung magaling kang athlete na babae, you can be really good as a pro wrestler. So, I think it was Norman Smiley who's teaching these women or whoever, but whoever is training the women's division specifically down in the performance center is really doing a great job. And they also locked into the fact that both Kendall and Tatum are phenomenal athletes.
Yeah. Kendall Gray and Lainey Reed specifically. I love watching those two wrestle.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. I think nabanggit din natin si Ivy Nile, diba? She's also in the same mold. Wasn't she like an NIL athlete then or something?
Parang no, not NIL specifically. Kasi NIL is diba, from college.
Yung mga galing college. Right. Sorry. Graduate.
But Ivy Nile is also really good. It's just that she's lost in the shuffle right now.
Yeah, sa main roster. Mm-hmm. All right. We've got a few weeks to go before WrestleMania, and like I said kanina, Stand and Deliver next week naman siya. So it should be really interesting to see where things go from here. In the meantime, as we wind down, let's get to some plugs. Emil, Nate, what do you have going on this weekend?
Hey, I'm gonna continue my WWE 2K26 My Rise stream. The mode has been fun. Although para siyang ang dami ng side quest before you can actually go back to the story. So that is one of the things that I will point out when we do our WWE 2K26 review episode, and we're gonna record that right after this. So you should watch out for that in the next week.
Okay. Ikaw, Ro, what are you having on?
General admission tickets for DexCon dito naman are still available, I believe. So go check that out, dexcon.tdxplay.ph. Use my code DXCNROM for tickets. Minimum purchase of 1,500. Go check out Bodos Club PH podcast on YouTube and Spotify for the latest in Magic the Gathering. Ito naman. We hope to see you soon. Again, if you're able to spare for WrestleMania, for dito naman, please do. Pero again, walang pilitan kasi it's a tough time out there. Yeah. Yes. It's tough out there. Go prioritize yourself.
For me naman, if you guys are in the Mall of Asia Arena this weekend and you want to get to watch some grassroots basketball, the NBTC Madness in MOA is actually happening. So day 6 na bukas, and then over the weekend, I'll be calling the NBTC All-Star Game on Saturday. So Team Hustle versus Team Heart, yung best prospects natin. I think the headliner is Kiefer Alas, who's playing in the NBTC for one final time before he goes on to, yes, Emil Nate, the Areneo. So he'll be playing for his club, Phenom Blue Fire Pasay, one last time. And then we've got the Div 1 finals as well. So yung best of the best under 19 prospect squads will be facing off in the finals of Division 1 on 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. rather on Sunday, March 29 at the Mall of Asia Arena. Again, just if you're in the area, mura lang yung tickets. They're as low as 35 pesos. And it's a good chance as well to actually see your basketball idols up close when they're not playing the game. Kasi they're also watching, scouting, maybe calling the action themselves. So yun, go support your local grassroots basketball. Right. That's going to do it for us. Make sure to catch the show on social media if and when you can. It is at Wrestling Podcast. Follow us there. At Wrestling2XPod on Twitter and TikTok and Blue Sky. And individually, we are at EML_Meister, at Roeswar, at Chino Supersize, and at _Stan C. And of course, we got to say thank you to babyface producer Jasper for always holding it down and putting us over. Thanks for catching another episode of the Wrestling Podcast. We will catch you next week for our WWE 2K26 review and our weekend reacts. For Romoran and Emil Nate, I'm Stan C. Reminding everyone to stay safe, stay healthy, and don't be
toxic!
Wrestling Podcast out. Later, Outcasts.
Peace.